exciting show of the Poetic Corner, where we talk with Ananyanduri, the poet. Today I'm here joined by this handsome gentleman. My name is Shoti, or you can call me Nyasha. Today, and he's gonna give us Sangulangu Haki, Shinza Shawainazo. So, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello guys, my name is Ryan Sibani, aka The Poetry Addict.
Wow. Okay, the poetry addict. Okay. I want to know the poetry addict.
I can say, but as for me, poetry is passion, right? So when it comes to the name, I'm always writing.
Wow.
So I became an addict of poetry because I'm always
You're
working
not
on new content.
addicted. Okay, that's that. Okay, so can you tell us more about yourself or your biography, what you do and stuff?
It's okay. I like the word mentor. We're talking of young people, children, adolescents. We're talking of even the adults, right? So my poems is based on what the society is going through in terms of mental health. So I'm actually an advocate, a poet, and also a dancer. Yes, that's me. And I also do a number of things that also focuses on mental health, which are the awareness campaigns, but mostly using the arts.
Okay, that's lovely. So I read you're a dancer. Yay! Never talented guys. Okay, I want to know what inspired you to start doing poetry and stuff like. Poetry, to get into poetry and writing.
Okay, as for me, I was actually a victim of anxiety disorder, but I managed to heal myself using the arts. So this is whereby you use maybe poetry to let out how you feel, and dancing to let out the anger and rage. So what I did was trying to create a concept that tells me, good, if I am writing, I'm actually turning to a therapist. So basically it was self-therapy. So it inspired me to keep on writing. The more I started jotting down the wrong thoughts, I ended up doing poetry.
Okay, so it was sort of a therapy session for yourself. You helped yourself go through whatever you're going through. In poetry. So that was your inspiration. Okay, we want to hear a little piece of what you have for us. Sakunzoti, Jamina, Jamkambonyoro, Jamkambuisa, or I mean, my freestyles, which teaches Jamnated Okay.
Dear society, I know you see the spirituality, some say a white man's sickness, yet it's just anxiety. I am a black child with mental challenges, a taboo to my culture to claim it is against the law, turning into lost souls, listening to the voices in my head that tell me to come home. Home where lost souls randomly exchange words of poetry, yet it's just a dead sentence. But I am not suicidal. Though death won't play with me, so I draw its attention, taking up 10 sleeping pills just to have a blackout. Still with pride, won't look up, so I track drugs as a hookup. Though I recently lost a brother from a drug called Gooka. He overdosed and boomed the death of a joker. But if I am awake, I am safe. Though if I die with a note on my side, that's suicide, for I am not suicidal. I just need God to change my life form, make me a youth, a survivor, a pillar in one of his kingdom. The sun that will definitely set before sunset. So I can return to the society with no drugs running through my vein and no pain punching through my chest. For I have shared my problems and I choose to live.
Wow. That was great. That was awesome. And I'm sure you've also educated people through your poem, because I've been hearing some things about drugs and stuff. My drugs. I don't get drugs. I think I think you also tackled another issue around the society. This is the end of this first segment. Catch us again on the next segment, where we talk more and interact with this Nyanduri. Thank you. We're still here joined by this handsome gentleman. Anyanduri Vedwanasi. Okay, we want to know poem in the first segment. Makai, what inspired you to munyore poem or type PPA poem yamkanyura?
Oh, it's okay. We actually call those dark poetry, but it's not that dark. Right? So we're trying to say that we are portraying the inner peace. In terms of the society, we have people with different perspectives. the mother says, "Mwanangu abatwa n'umwezi."
Yeah.
Right? So you see, the moment you say that, basically the child can no longer tell you what's going on. Because he or she knows good. One way or the other, I'm just going to tell you to go and see the pastor, not the therapist. And so the dear society now comes to tell that the society it's okay that the child is well. It's okay to see the doctor, it's okay to see the pastor. Right? So it's two-sided. You have to pray, but you also have to see a therapist in order for you to be okay. So that's the whole thing.
Okay. Okay. That's very educative. Oh, okay. So I want to ask you, what motivated you to start doing poetry, or who is your role model in poetry? Who inspire you? So
It's okay. I actually have two.
okay.
The first one is Ako Iris
Oh.
from Kweko. He's been my best friend as well as my mentor in terms of poetry and therapy. Then there's this evangelist, also a spoken word artist called Clayton Jennings.
Okay.
So what he does is he does dark poetry like I do. He uses it in order to cage a number of people that are hiding. So he's just luring out those
Okay.
that are facing different mental health challenges.
Okay.
So my favorite poem of his is called Please Don't Kill Yourself.
No.
So he's actually trying to tell someone who was about to kill themselves because of different issues. There was a young girl who was pregnant. There was this guy who actually had some financial challenges. And by the moment that poem came out, I was actually facing my anxiety challenges. So it's basically for the mind and soul. Then as for Clayton Jennings is an evangelist, but my favorite poem of his is called Please Don't Kill Yourself. Right? So the moment I started listening to that, it made me a poet because I was just writing all those up until I made it into literature.
Okay. Oh, so that's very lovely. Okay, can you tell me, Muneta poetry chete here, or you do other things besides poetry in the art industry, or in just general? Can you tell me what is usually besides doing poetry?
Yeah. I can call myself a jack of all trades.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
You're very talented, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being a poet, I'm a spoken word poet as well as a writer. Right? We call them page poetry. Recently launched my second anthology called A Journey to Survival, which makes me a writer as well.
Wow.
Also a dancer, a coach, as well as a choreographer.
Oh,
and
wow,
personal dancer.
guys. Hey, we're doing very dancer here, guys. I
Yep.
love dancing.
And
I
also
hope you will teach me too.
I don't worry. It's a small thing.
Okay, I will contact you. Okay, can you give us another piece of your poems?
So I was recently interviewed by a journalist trying to get to know me. He asked me if I write 6 poems, would that be a quit? So let me get this off my chest. So I write poetry for people, not me. For if I write for you, that means I am there for you. I am your pillar, like God is the pillar of my salvation. So I come to you as a son of God who was created in order to help you. So dear society, I know you see this as pain, but we call it fame. You are in pain, but I'm here to tell you that it's okay not to be okay. But it's not okay to stay that way because we need you in this way. So my leader, my friend, and my family, I know you see it as spirituality, but please, to the pastor who's listening to this, please take care of the children in your church. To the mother who's listening to this, can you just come and hold her tight? I know you remember the smile she gave you when she was just 3 months old. That beautiful dimples you call Makumba. It's actually funny, I use my native language because I wanted you to understand that it's not a case, but it's a blessing that you have the baby. Please take care of them.
We should take care of each other every day. Since day one, we should just take care of each other. Okay, guys, this is the end of this segment. We meet again in the next segment. Thank you.
I remember us, the Adam and Eve, not of the past but us. I remember we had to have a date. The moment you smiled, the left cheek dimple, that made me say, wow. I was out of words by then, but now I cry with pain, remembering how we used to be fame. now just me. Me on my bedroom wall looking at what we used to be, thinking of you coming in, remembering the scent of your clothes. I can even still feel the lipstick on my cheek. I can even feel your scent as you say hi, goodbye, which was the hardest time, but I remember you told me you could be mine. Mine for good, but I didn't know it was the good that had the bye at the end. I remember you told me you're going to be mine. I was the king and you was the king, maybe the queen, or maybe you're the woman king of this era, the one that killed my heart, crushed it and made it pieces. But I still remember, maybe I miss you, but I remember you. I do.
Wow, 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 wow. That is so mind blowing. That is a beautiful piece you've just given us now. Okay. Can you tell us, what inspired this poem and what type of this poem is?
So, doing love things is not my type of thing. So what I do is I write the opposite feeling, right? So whenever I send my poems, I have people that comes to my inbox, like, hi guy, I'm having these issues, I'm having this, I'm facing this and that. So the moment we start talking, I start understanding what's happening. So what I do in the end is I write a piece. So this one was based on this guy who had some issues with her girlfriend, then they broke up, but it was a long-term thing, more of a Casanova. So what happened is I just wrote something for the guy just to cheer him up, right? So that was the thing. So you know this era of us, we call him Jolo this time. So these guys, for us guys, we don't have that courage to say like, I broke up with her and I'm in pain and stuff. So what we usually do is we just hide. So the poem is just portraying that it's not like we're that strong, but we can't say it because the society will just say it too.
Yes.
So that's us.
Oh yeah, that's very true. A lot of guys out there are suffering from depression due to heartbreak. Because who can't stop child, I guess ndakaramba or guys takazoramba nemusikana because vazhinji vakomana zvada kuzvishingisa kuti no I'm a man, I'm like ndofana kuzvishingisa so yeah, that's very encouraging to encourage vamwe venyu kuti to speak out and vamwe kuti vanyaradze stuff. Okay, I want to ask you Joni, munokwanisa here how can you encourage vamwe vanhu vari into poetry already or vasati vapinda mufield yacho but vaine chidokwa chekudai chekuva like mapoet spoken word artist, munokwanisa here kuva encourage? How can you encourage them and how can you like motivate them to speak out and be heard with the world?
Okay. So to all my fellow poets and those that wish to be poets, in terms of poetry, it's not all about literature, right? So we're actually portraying the inner you or the inner person that you're looking to. We call it the next person, right? So whatever you do is just have more content. Seek for help in order to upgrade the skill of writing. You can tell the difference between poetry and storytelling. So in terms of poetry, there is too much literature, but it's not always about literature. You can use it as therapy. I have seen a number of young poets that only writes for poetry, not for publication, but end up falling in love with poetry. That's when you end up having people like us who call themselves the poetry addicts. So no matter what you do, if you love poetry, have more content. Keep on writing, no matter how low it is, no matter how hype it is, just post it. The criticism and the likes will keep you going.
Yes. So one person can post like on my TikTok and Facebook and stuff, which are more content, more encouragement from people from Bavnevan. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us on this show. We are very grateful to Nasmati join and we have learned a lot and we've known a lot. So I'm sure you're doing. Was it freestyle or my imaginary?
The first one, I was writing, but the lastly it was a freestyle.
Wow. So it's no way so how I wish I wish I could be you, but
don't worry, lessons starts tomorrow.
Okay, I will come through for the lessons. Okay guys, thank you beautiful people for joining us on this show. I'm sure we have heard and learned a lot from this Nyanduri. Join us on on another segment, on another episode of the Poetic Corner. Enjoy it, so until we meet again, speak and be heard.